Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today sitting at my vanity because today we're gonna do my lightest makeup, which means it's like my summertime go-to, it's my filming go-to. It's just like to make myself look presentable, and it's super light, it's super quick. I can get it done in like probably 15 minutes. So because I'm using, oh, I didn't even moisturize my face. I'm using my favorite moisturizer here, which is the Clinique gel. This is what I've been using since I started Curology because it's moisturizing but not like overly crazy. After moisturizer, I'm going to use a primer. I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs primer just because usually for my summer makeups, I want to feel dewy and light and moisturized rather than like super dry. I feel like a lot of the times I do my makeup pretty matte because I want to stay matte a longer time. But for this one, I like to stay pretty dewy. I'm gonna need to do my eyebrows pretty soon. I feel it. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit in for a second. So usually because it's more like a summertime or a fast, quick get ready with me, it's kind of also like my no makeup-ish. It's kind of hard to do the no makeup for me because I do have a lot of the acne scarring and the pigmentation. So a lot of the times it's hard to just kind of put on like a tinted moisturizer and then call it a day, because a lot of the times that doesn't always work for me. And I'm sure if you guys struggle with acne, you guys will understand. But I do try my best to stay away from foundations. So I usually go in with a Tarte Shape Tape because it's like the most, I'm sorry, I have the sniffles. Tarte Shape Tape is probably one of the best concealers, along with like Born This Way by Too Faced. I think their concealers are really good as well. But for like high coverage, I would say Tarte Shape Tape is pretty good. I'm just gonna go around and get the areas that are just uber duper pigmented. Like, it's just insane how pigmented they are. That's just what we're gonna start off with. Then I'm gonna take a beauty blender and go in and just kind of go gently in that area only. Once you kind of have the general area down, I start spreading it with my sponge. And then with whatever's left over, I just kind of touch up my forehead. And that's kind of all I do. And that's not like this is over. You could technically spot treat with your foundation as well if you have a super full coverage foundation. I just use the concealer because that's what I have. This is what it turns out to be. You can still see my blemishes, but it still looks like a better version of my skin, which is what we're trying to be. And then I'm gonna go under my eyes just to brighten it up. I've learned that brightening under your eyes even just a little bit really goes a long way. It looks like you're more awake and present in life. So I'm just doing a little bit under my eye. I do like to powder under my eyes. So I'm just gonna go in super lightly with loose powder. You can use any loose powder that you have. I'm using Ben Nye and Cameo. Then I move on to my eyebrows. So these days I've been into my natural eyebrow, which is crazy because I used to always feel like I had to fill them in or put in some color. But I've been really into my natural brows. I've grown them out throughout like the whole pandemic and like didn't pluck them at all. And then finally when I groomed them, I realized I actually have a lot to work with. I get this question asked a lot, but I don't have microblading. I've never gotten my eyes threaded. Threaded? Is that the word? My eyebrows threaded? Why does that not sound right? But anyways, I've never had my eyebrows professionally done. I always do it at home. I just pluck my eyebrows and then I just kind of shave a little bit. I don't trust anybody to do my eyebrows. The only person who's ever done my eyebrows is probably my mom. And that was when I was like young. She was the first person to ever touch them. And then ever since then, I've done it. The only messed up story I've ever had about my eyebrows is I completely shaved off this tail on accident. So for a while, actually, back in like 2014-15, when Kim was really into makeup and we would go like all over the place for all these makeup events, I actually had an artificial tail on my eyebrow because I shaved it off. But she is back. She is there. But yes, these are my natural eyebrows. I do not get them microbladed, but thank you guys for thinking I do, because that obviously means that they look nice, right? But this is my favorite stuff, and the reason why is I'm literally gonna sell it to you. I hope they even still have this, but this is the Benefit Ready Set Brow. Literally the best thing ever made. I think it is like the Anastasia Beverly Hills gel. I've heard really good things about that because it's like glue apparently. This is like glue. I kid you not. And the reason I say that is because my eyebrows are the most stubborn, straight, thick eyebrows ever. Like I always wanted that bushy, like lifted effect, and I never could get it. I've tried a lot of different products. I've tried different gels. I've tried the soap method. I've tried different, like I've been offered different things and I tried them all and I really wanted them to work and none of them worked. And then randomly, I picked this up and I was like, might as well. Like, this is the best thing I have. And I started to do it and then I figured out my technique and it works. I can get my eyebrows to stand. So this is what I've been using. If you guys have super straight, super thick eyebrows that don't go up, this is your friend. So my method is I grab it, right? And there's like a dollop at the top. You can't really see, but there's a crap ton of product on the wand. And I'm just gonna smother it all on my eyebrows. I don't even use this spoolie because I personally don't like it. So I just basically smother my whole eyebrows with the product, like all throughout the hairs. Like, don't miss a hair at all. I kind of let it sit. I work eyebrow by eyebrow, by the way, because if you work in, like, if you work out both of them, they won't sit properly. Or at least that's what happened to me. While it's setting, if I can grab my spoolie here. While it's setting, I'm going to start combing up. And before it's completely dry, you kind of want to get your shape down. Because then as it dries, it'll kind of stick. I hope that makes sense. I'll do a better job at my second eyebrow. Kind of got a little nervous there because I couldn't get my spoolie. Wow. Do you guys see that? I hope you guys can see that. That looks freaking good. I'm gonna do my other one. So let me re-explain, because let's get real, that did not make any sense. So I'm gonna get product on the wand and I'm swirling it because I've used a lot of this product. Then I'm gonna take everything that's on this wand and smother it all over my brows. Like, try not to miss any hairs because every piece of hair is going to be glued down. I especially focus the product in the front of my eyebrows because they're super stubborn. And then I take in extra spoolie, one of the, what is that called? Disposable ones. And then I begin to brush up my brows. While they're wet, they'll move. But as they start to dry, it'll stiffen. And then you can't really move it anymore. So I kind of focus in on the front of my brows. I lay down my tail like so, because I want that to be out of the way and done. And then I start lifting my brows. My right eyebrow tends to give me more trouble. I need to trim the top. I'm a little bit scared, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't really trim my eyebrows a lot. And I don't want to trim it and like F it up, because I have done that before. But I kind of like it too. But I don't know why my right eyebrows kind of curl every time I do this. It's a learning progress, I'm not gonna lie. Did I even finish that sentence? It's a learning progress is what I meant. If I didn't finish that. Okay. Looks good. I like it. Do you like it? My left eyebrow always looks better. And I know everyone's like, well, they're only supposed to be sisters, not twins. And I'm like, no. I sit here and try to perfect it as much as I can until they look like twins. So then that's all I do for my eyebrows. Next thing is blush. I usually, when I'm doing this super light, like go to like no makeup look, I pretty much stay away from bronzer, just because I feel like when I put on bronzer, I officially am like, okay, I tried. Does that make sense? I don't know. But I'm going for the more fresh effect. So I'm gonna go in with a blush. I'm trying to debate whether or not I want to put on a powder blush or if I want to put on a cream blush. It kind of depends for me. So I guess I'll just show you what I use. So usually my blush go-to is this, which is the Morphe Trio in Pop of Coral. It's literally my favorite trio ever. This outside and this outside color mixed together is my absolute favorite, because this is a little bit more pink and corally. So this is like, I'll wear this when I'm like trying to be really cute, and this is more like I'm an adult, I pay rent kind of vibe. This one I kind of stay away from just because it's a really pretty coral, but it actually has a shimmer in it, and I rarely wear blushes that have shimmer in it. And then my also favorite go-to for the summertime, which is very appropriate, is the Glossier Cloud Paint. These are literally one of the best things ever. I will say though that Storm, this one, is the only one that really shows up really well on my face, and that's probably because I do have pigmentation on my skin. Don't let the color scare you. You can go as light and as heavy as you want with this. As you apply more, it'll get darker and darker. If you apply less, it's beautiful either way. You can pack it on, you don't have to pack it on, but it's one of my favorite colors. So that being said, I think I'm just gonna go with powder blush. I'm gonna go in with that light pink that I was talking about, the corally pink one. It's like a corally, pinky, a hint of like dusty rose. When I want to give the effect of I'm older and I'm more mature, I place my blush more towards my temple area around here. And when I want to give the effect of like I'm fun, I'm flirty, I'm cute, I'm young, I place it more towards like under my eye, towards the apple of my cheek and across my nose. That's what I tend to do. I'm gonna go in more of like a all over area so that I look like I have a sun-kissed face. So I'm gonna start from like my cheekbone and start doing circles up and down. I also don't want to pass this area. So you guys see this dip? That's where my contour goes, right? However, because I do have really big cheeks, I feel like it's overflowing. So it like kind of has this curve here, but I don't want to bring it down there because if you think about it, that's actually not really your cheek. Like it is, but you get what I mean? It's like right next to my lips. If you bring your blush downward, your face will look droopier. Trust me. I saw it one time because I was in a rush to do blush and I left and I was like, dude, what's wrong with my face? So you want to bring it up higher right under your eye to make it look like your face is lifted. Just a tip if you guys ever like have done that. And I know a lot of people actually don't like blush. Blush is my favorite. Like my favorite. That's why a lot of the times you guys are like, Michelle, you're wearing too much blush or you're too pink. And I'm like, I love it. Okay. Blush just gives you back so much color, and obviously you don't have to do it like me. I put a lot of blush on, and I'm gonna go across my nose. And look, I instantly look like I'm sun-kissed. I love it. After that, you can pretty much call it a day. I like to highlight though. I don't know why, it's just a habit, and I feel like when you highlight, you just, I don't know, I feel more like my skin looks realistic. My favorite highlighter, I mean, you don't have to go crazy with highlighter. I'm just talking about like a little bit, you know, a little bit, just to make it look like, oh my gosh, I've been sweating out there all day because I've been lounging out in the sun kind of vibes. This is the Hustler Baby from Fenty. It's literally my favorite. I always get my brow bone. It's like a must. Brow bone highlight is so important. I don't usually go in with this brush, but because I'm trying not to be so precise, I usually go in with a smaller brush for my inner corners and my eyebrows and my nose, but this will do today. And then that's kind of all. If you have lashes, I do not. If you have lashes, go ahead and put on mascara and whatnot. You technically could totally put on fake lashes with this too. I'm not, because this is just my go-to look. I don't have eyelashes, so I'm not gonna curl those either. All that's really left is my lips. I'm just gonna So I just went ahead and lined my lips with lip pencil from MAC and Oak. And then I'm just gonna put a clear gloss on. You also can, of course, put on the Fenty Glow Gloss because that will give it some color. And that is all. And that is the finished look. And that's just my go-to no makeup look, my go-to like running out the door look, my go-to I need to look like I put on a face look. I know it looks a little bit different. It's gonna look different on everybody because depending on your eye shape, depending on your face shape, this is just my take on it. You can totally change it up however you guys like. You can fill in your eyebrows, you can put on eyeliner, you can put on lashes if you really need to. But this is what I normally do. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this little get ready with me. If you guys are into get ready with me's, let me know in the comments down below or give this video a big thumbs up. I love doing get ready with me's. I'm not big into like tutorials because I feel like I don't have the right in the makeup industry to say that I can teach. I have tips and tricks that I've learned over the years, but that's just kind of sharing like friend to friend kind of thing. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you be a part of the family. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!